Welcome back to the White Noise Podcast. I'm Ethan, joined by Guadalupe Ranchero.
Hola.
And as always, Jacob behind the glass.
Hello.
You know, I'm actually really liking how this is turning out. It's just like Psych, where I got the inspiration to give you a new name every week, to where at first, Gus was very, against it. But as time went on, he went along with it. So,
well, there's nothing I could do to change it. So
it was great. I loved it. That's perfect.
I think that's his reasoning too. Is there's nothing he can do to change it. So I know it's been a while. I think since I've last updated my furniture situation.
Okay.
It's been a while. I think the last thing I said was I got a bed. Maybe.
When was that though?
It was back in February.
Yeah, I think that was the
months
fucking.
ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? Could have sworn that was the episode we did Blade Runner.
Maybe.
Could have sworn.
But I don't know if I've ever said on the podcast, that bed sucks. It is uncomfortable. Going to bed is the worst pain ever on my back. Because
took you like 4 months to figure that out, 5 months to figure that out?
Well,
he's been complaining about it for a while.
Yeah, it's awful. Like half the mattress sinks to one side. So like I kind of like.
Maybe you're sleeping on the wrong side.
No, I've flipped the mattress. I've turned it. I've adjusted
on the wrong side.
I've adjusted it. I've done so many things, but it's a cheap mattress. It's the cheapest mattress in Mattress Firm, I think.
What if you just slept like diagonally? That way.
Sometimes I do.
What about diagonally?
Sometimes.
Sometimes
The mattress just sucks.
How much was this damn mattress?
And I have like $400.
That was the fucking cheapest one?
Yeah.
Oh my
Mattresses
God.
are expensive,
I
dude.
would have just slept in a fucking sleeping bag.
PSA.
Oh, okay.
I got
should go to
futon.
Sam's Club for mattresses.
I might now, but yeah, the mattress sucks. It's really light. It's like a foam mattress. My little sister can probably throw it around very easily.
You sure you got a mattress?
Yes,
Like
I am
absolutely positive this was a mattress, not just like memory foam cover for a mattress.
It is a mattress, Gavin.
It is not uncomfortable when I lay on it. That being said, I've never slept on it.
Yeah.
Sleep on the floor.
Oh, okay.
But I don't see any problem
but-
with it.
With that being said, I'm moving, and a bed is already set up and provided, and it's a huge upgrade, and hopefully I will sleep in it tomorrow night. And I will update you next week, but I'm looking forward to that night's sleep.
You'll complain about it in like a month.
I'm not going to complain about it, you son of a gun. But yeah, that's my bed, by the way. Oh, Jacob's dying.
Caught a whiff of the mattress.
Sorry. I'm just allergic to bullshit.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Well, with that, let's get groovy. And we're back.
We don't go anywhere during this.
We're back.
Jesus.
Hold on.
Where did you go?
I have to make a quick phone call. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, make phone call.
Oh, in the middle of the show? Yeah, go
hold
ahead.
on.
You know,
Yeah, sure. Don't worry. I'll wait.
we'll let you take it.
Welcome to Collar Notes, your emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear Rich Girl, please press 2. To hear Man-Eater,
What is
please
this?
press 3. To hear Privatize, please press 4.
I think I'm going to press 2.
The fuck? What is this?
And before we get copyright, let's hang up. So, that's a Hall of Notes.
That's what I couldn't get spoiled for me? The 3-second...
Well, I wanted to hear I want to see your live reaction to it.
Where did you find that?
A good friend of the show, Brett, sent me a meme
Brett.
of like Hall of Notes with like that hotline, and I was like, "Oh, is that real?" And then I called it. It was like 8 a.m. Called it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome!" So now it's in my favorites list.
Yeah, that sounds like those movies or shows where like the depressed main character has like a loved one die and they just call their voicemail over and over again.
Yeah,
that it's very reminiscent of that.
What was the first song that they recommended?
One-on-One.
Where was Out of Touch?
There's only 4 songs. It's One-on-One, Rich Girl, Private Eyes. What was the third one? Man-Eater.
Man-Eater.
Yeah. But I'm glad Rich Girl's on there. My favorite Hall & Notes song.
The fuck? Where's Out of Touch? That's like the most popular one.
Out of Touch is good. But yeah, I wanted to share that because got a kick out of it. Called it every day.
Every day?
every day for the past 3 days since I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that thing I said about the depressed main character? Yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
Just
Yeah.
damn. Okay. Well, speaking of mental illness, Moon Knight season 2. There was a video released
Like
that
the fucking transition there.
That was a good one. I like that one.
there was a video that released that kind of teased Moon Knight season 2, where someone was like recording themselves with the director of the show or one of the writers of the show, saying like, "Hey, is there going to be a Moon Knight season 2?" And then that guy kind of like shrugs it off, but then the camera turns and it shows Oscar Isaac, and he says, "Why else would we be in Cairo?" And that was the video.
Dude, I looked up Moon Knight news the moment you showed me that, like the day I got home, and I saw nothing, and like nothing even mentioned that video, and I was like, either this video is fake or this was forever ago, or I don't know. But, like,
Moon Knight season 2 is gonna happen.
They were
okay?
all of the videos were saying, all of the links I could get were saying, no, season 2 is not going to happen. Here's all the people coming out that worked on the show saying season 2 is not going to happen. So that's why I'm like, where the hell did this video spawn from, and why has nobody talked about it?
I've seen people talk about it. Let's see.
It's just Moon Knight propaganda.
I know, like, if you just Google Moon Knight season 2, it's like Moon Knight season 2 status called into question again.
Like, how is that not a confirmation? There's no way they were just lying. They just went to a vacation in Cairo. Were they even in Cairo? Do we know that? Do we know for a fact they were in Cairo?
I don't know, but
Why the hell would
right
they
here
do-
it's like check your socials, Feige, referring to Kevin Feige. That's funny, but I know the show performed really well, so why wouldn't they do a season 2?
I don't know.
If Oscar Isaac did that, he clearly wants, like, he has fun with it. He wants to do it.
And it sucks because Oscar Isaac kept saying, "Oh, I don't want to return to it." I don't, like, thank God that if this is true that you changed your mind, because I don't understand how this wouldn't be such a fun role to play.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the whole, man, I just hate making money. I absolutely just can't stand going through and then acting, having a blast and making money. That's just something I don't want to do, you know? I can't, like, what, why wouldn't you want to do that? It's a money printer right there, dude. Working for Marvel, I don't care if it's like a one-time villain. Why wouldn't you take that?
Yeah, I agree. In other Marvel news, Juan Carlo Esposito, I think that's how you pronounce it.
It is.
All right. Has met with Marvel to talk about a possible role for him. Do you know who he is?
His name is Giancarlo.
Maybe it's that. Okay. Sorry.
Gian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
All right.
Giancarlo. Anyway.
My apologies.
Anyway, was it Mr. X?
Well, he said he wants to play Professor X, but
Professor X.
Magneto was thrown in there. Doctor Doom was thrown in there.
I think he would be a much better Magneto.
Just because he's played villains
It's
really
more
well.
villain, and
he's
I-
more intimidating, and just he can turn on the scariness.
And, I mean,
I wouldn't mind him as Doctor Doom, though.
I
That'd be
feel like
kinda
Doctor
cool.
Doom, I don't want him to be Doctor Doom just because I hate to be that guy, but he's too
OP.
old.
He's too old.
Like,
you'd have to have an
he
old
looked
Fantastic
good.
Four. Yeah.
I'm not trying to say he looks
No.
like aged or like he's like a fossil or something.
He's 64 years old. Yeah,
Like, and he
That is
looks
pretty
great.
think
But I mean,
a
Dr.
Professor X or a Magneto
Yeah,
would
like-
suffice him better.
But like Doctor Doom, you're supposed to like. Don't get me wrong, Doctor Doom isn't like a 17-year-old, but I'm like, I think
he'd
elderly.
be an excellent Professor X. A couple years ago, I remember fan castings for him as Norman Osborn. I thought that would be pretty good too.
That would have been funny.
Is Doctor Doom supposed to be like psycho or unhinged or anything at all?
I don't think so.
I think that's what makes him so cool is that despite all the stuff he does, he's perfectly
He's chilling,
well
right?
intact.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Doctor Doom is OP. He's like the Darth Vader. There was a death battle with Doctor Doom and Vader, huh?
Yeah, Vader would win.
In that battle, they
shaking
explained
his
how
head.
much Doctor Doom just stomps him.
Nah, Vader would win.
Well, his suit, I guess, can repel force. So,
Nah, Vader would win.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
My character wins because I say so.
Yep.
That's you.
Yes,
Um,
every time.
Yeah, and then Patton Oswalt also revealed that Eternals 2 is in the making.
Woohoo! Give it up for season 2 of Eternals. Oh yeah. Wait, where the fuck? I thought people wanted this. Where are the people that wanted this? Oh shit! There's nobody here. Oh man, I can't wait to
Eternals,
see
yeah.
that.
Eternal 2.
Come on
Eternals 2.
down. Where,
God,
where are
fucking
you?
damn! I hope it's nothing like Eternals 1.
Yeah.
Stop fucking doing that.
It's like no Moon Knight season 2, but we'll give you Eternals.
I really didn't hate Eternals 1. I did
didn't.
not like it at all. Like, I said that when we were talking about it before. It's like I didn't hate Eternals. I didn't think it was a horrible movie, but I just didn't like it at all. it's like, I don't. Does anybody else have an opinion like that where you didn't hate it, but I didn't like it at all. Like the whole movie, I was just kind of checking my phone, like, damn, is this shit almost over?
I've never
like,
seen it, that Eternals specifically, but
it's a show.
I can understand. I don't hate it, but I definitely didn't enjoy it.
It's one of those movies that should have been a TV show. There is just so much to say that had it been a TV show, I think it would have been perfect. I think if Moon Knight,
I can see that with all these like new characters coming in.
Yeah,
that
if
nobody knows.
If Moon Knight and Eternals, if they had switched if Moon Knight and Eternals had switched places, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Moon Knight would have gotten a movie, would have been a much bigger budget, so we could have, not had to zoom away whenever he switches suits.
So weird.
And then
they got like somebody high profile like Oscar Isaac for how many episodes was it?
I think it was 6. Yeah.
God damn you, miniseries!
And then Eternals, did they have? I guess they had great effects when it comes to like the Deviants and the Celestials, but like really.
Still haven't.
I feel like we could have done a lot without that for just character development, and it would have just been normal people. So you wouldn't have even needed a huge budget for that.
Yeah, I mean,
whereas Moon Knight has a CGI suit fucking the whole time. So yeah, and then he speaks to another CGI deity.
Disney Plus when it launched was pretty cool, pretty hyped. Now I just feel like it's gutter.
Well, it also launched with Mandalorian, didn't it?
Yeah,
that's what generated a fuck ton of hype.
It's just gutter stuff now.
Just a little bit, yeah.
My boy Daredevil is returning, and they're putting him in like every project.
Yeah, he's in She-Hulk already.
He's in She-Hulk. He's going to be in Echo, his own show.
Only doing that so that people will watch.
They are trying to cash in on that.
That's why I said it. I was like,
obvious.
you're going to make me watch She-Hulk so I can see my boy that I haven't seen.
Just give me the time frame so I can just skip through that one part and then never watch it again.
I'm probably not going to watch She-Hulk. I'm just going to look at the news and see, okay, where's Daredevil? What's he doing? What's his story?
Charlie Cox is eating good right now. Like, this man has just got, like, he's getting just money printing
They've learned from Boba Fett. Nobody's going to watch it. If he just shows up in the middle of the show, like, without anybody knowing. It's like with The Mandalorian.
Well, with how these
so they put him in the beginning. They're like, hey, he's going to be in this. Make sure you watch the show.
With how these shows are going, I hope they realize now that it's like nobody really wants to see, like, time travel, planet-busting shit anymore, No. Like Moon Knight and all these people. These are street-level fucking heroes.
Kevin Feige also said Daredevil and Spider-Man will be the street-level heroes of the MCU.
Exactly. And if they put Spider-Man back to street level, maybe I'll like Spider-Man a little bit more.
I think that's where he belongs.
I mean,
Spectacular Spider-Man is more believable, though.
Allow me to bring in the issue of power creep.
Power creep. Yes, educate us on the subject.
In my gamer knowledge, power creep exists. So, Infinity War, the build up to that, this Thanos galaxy, universe destroying creature, and then it's like, okay, a new Spider-Man movie coming out, and he's fighting bandits that rob a bank. It's like, it's not the same effect.
Yeah. Or he's going to fight.
So you always got to like one up like the next.
No, yeah, that's what makes it like so hard to do. Is Spider-Man fought Thanos? He was on a different planet in space, and then you just have him go stop bank robbers again.
Yeah, so
it's hard to do for sure. But I think with the way they ended No Way Home, it's kind of going to start at that street level, which is the only way they could have.
Yeah, but for like Tom Holland and that Peter Parker, his character, he still remembers everything. Spoilers. And so I mean, like, it's still gonna feel like that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I just feel like they should have just redid the formula again. Like, it worked so well. Why wouldn't you just do it again? Like, now let's go into these other heroes. That's cool. Let's just start out with their street level of heroes.
It's
and
like
villains.
Like I said, like you
just
have
build
to
up
either
to it again.
Completely cut clean and start fresh. You can't have these other people having a big role at all, or do something bigger with the same characters.
And
Kane? Is that what they're going for? As like the next thing?
King the Conqueror.
And whatever we're doing, please give us a cool Hulk, please.
Dude, no, Hulk hasn't been cool since Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon's the only one that's been able to do Hulk right.
Like, can we please fucking get a cool Hulk? I hate this Professor Pussy shit. Like, that's what he is. He's Professor Pussy. Like, God, this guy sucks. What? Who is that? Who is that? That's Hulk? Who the fuck? Like, unless you've been keeping up with MCU, like, if someone who had read all the comics saw, like, I don't know, the shit at the end of Eternals, or saw the shit that's going on with She-Hulk, they'd be like, who's that? Because that ain't Hulk. Is that, like, a knockoff? Oh, there's She-Hulk. Who's that?
Know.
Like,
I mean, the taco meme, that's like That's pretty good.
I didn't
With
hate
Paul
him.
Rudd.
I didn't hate him in Endgame because this was the branch out, obviously, whatever.
It was something new. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
where's it gonna go?
But we're still in the same
They
character.
were kind of just writing
4
out his
years later.
character for convenience.
They nerfed, like, they know, because Hulk is a very OP character, and
Stan Lee had no problem using him.
I
mean, I think the worst part. What was it in? Was it Infinity War when like Bruce Banner's like trying to like summon the Hulk and it's like screaming out like no,
Yeah.
Oh god, I cringed so hard.
well, like, they purposely, they know we want the Hulk, because they even showed in the trailers Hulk at the end, like, running with them. They even sold a toy of Hulk busting out of the Hulkbuster armor.
I was to say, I was expecting that to happen. Like,
Exactly.
boom, burst out, and then I was like, oh, you
oh.
cucked me so fucking hard there.
Like I get it for like, you know, oh Thanos is scary. Hulk is afraid of him, but I mean, killing all of Thor's people and almost killing Thor, like, is that's pretty much the same thing. Come on.
Exactly. It's Hulk. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. In
I honestly,
She-Hulk.
at this
He's
point, I
like-
don't even want to see him in here anymore. Kill him. Something. I don't.
He's not Hulk.
Do the same shit you did in Ragnarok or the end of Age of Ultron. Just send him in
him away.
space somewhere and just fucking leave
That'd
him.
be cool. I mean, he could just have his own
him a
adventure
setup.
outside of everything.
Yeah, send him into space.
That'd be cool.
Have him
Have
be
a
gone.
Hulk miniseries. Come on.
No, I don't want the Hulk miniseries because it would be.
Like World War Hulk, like how they used to, and like when he
Planet
has his
Hulk?
own family, Planet Hulk. Yeah.
Oh my god! But it wouldn't be Hulk. It would be like it would be Professor Hulk. It'd be the shit we've been getting, but just stretched into 6 45-minute agonizing episodes. And who the fuck wants to see that? I barely wanted to see him in Endgame. I don't want to see more of that.
Well, because I remember seeing him in Endgame, I'm like, oh, when will he rage? Like, when will- yeah.
Exactly. God, we didn't even get to see him fight at the end of Endgame either.
I
Did
know,
we see him fight?
because his hand was all messed up.
I'll say we saw like everybody else, like, you know, Ant-Man punches the thing, Spider-Man insta kill, even fucking Pepper came in and did shit. Where was Hulk? Where was Hulk?
Honestly.
Mantis got a fucking highlight reel.
Mantis is cool.
Where's
like
Hulk?
Mantis.
Where Hulk?
Where Hulk?
at?
Where Hulk at?
Where Hulk?
Where Hulk?
Where he at? I hate that we had such unknown random ass
Alluding
characters.
to something later in the show.
I mean, fuck, Valkyrie got a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Hulk's whole highlight of the entire show was reversing the snap, or the entire series.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like Infinity War itself, it's a minor gripe because of all the characters they had. Yeah, like Hulk gets the short stick. Okay, I can deal with that. But now he's coming back, so that just makes it feel worse.
The thing with Infinity War, we always say Infinity War is one of the best Marvel movies.
The best.
Definitely the best.
Critically and like the best,
think-
but personally, no.
It's the highest point of
It's
the first whatever phase you
one of
want to
my
call it.
one of my only gripes with it, and if you can call it a gripe, is I think we talked about this, where I don't think the other movie makers, filmmakers, directors talk about what they're doing with the characters before these big team ups. You know, because everything that happened in Ragnarok just unraveled with character development in Infinity War, and then
I changed my mind. Hulk didn't get the short end. Thor got the short end of the stick.
and then I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard, Love and Thunder is just like he's going through the same, like, finding himself, like reinventing
Ragnarok,
himself.
Which
yeah.
was Thor,
1.0.
which was also Thor 1,
Thor,
Thor 2, and Thor 3. It's like he also fucking did it in Endgame where he didn't know what he was anymore. It's like, Thor, come on, bro. Who are you at this point? You should know by now. Come on now. Jesus, Anthony Hopkins died for nothing, bro.
Honestly.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah, that's the MCU. We talk about it
Almost every episode.
every episode.
Great
with-
length.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, we can keep going if you want to.
That was
Shit.
that was nerd talk.
That was nerd talk. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's get into Gavin's dumb opinions.
What?
About
I mean, I thought we were just gonna.
just
Okay,
in general.
Just in
okay.
general. So NFL preseason has started, and last week, I think the first game was Jaguars and the Raiders.
Yes, sir.
And Gavin's betting on these games, really looking at it, really trying to
lost,
trying to get
didn't
something
you?
out of this game.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember. Like I
you
looked up the
lost.
score, but I just like did the
Well,
Jags
the
win?
score,
The score wasn't bad towards the end of the game, but at the beginning it was horrible.
It was what, like 30-something to 10?
It's like 21-0 at one point, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Then the Raiders started putting like eighth stringers.
It's a preseason game.
That's
Nobody
what I'm
cares.
saying.
That's
Preseason does not matter.
Who puts $10 on a preseason game? Anybody in the room? Did anybody put $10 on a preseason game?
Maybe. I might have put $10 on the Jags.
Gavin texted me. He said Joe Burrow's not playing this week, so maybe the Cardinals have a chance. I was like, okay. It's a preseason
do
game.
what?
Are
Exactly.
you going to watch it or what? You're not going to
No.
watch it? I'd fucking watch it. I'm going to watch the Ravens-Titans game.
I'll be at work, so maybe I'll tune in if I'm bored.
I'll check the score on Google every now and then. But, like, just to see what's going on. I mean,
Like, we're gonna
the
go to the-
starters aren't playing.
We're going to go to the Ravens and Cardinals game here, right?
Is that a preseason game?
No shit, it's a preseason. Why? Fuck
I
you.
don't know the preseason schedule.
I don't even wanna go
care.
anywhere anyway.
Actually, I'd probably feel better if the Cardinals lost like 48-0. I probably would feel better about the season
Well, it's the Bengals. So might actually happen.
because Joe Burrow's going to play all 4 quarters.
No,
He's not playing at all
he's
this
not playing
week.
at all.
So the third
Neither
string
did
Bengals
Derek Carr
quarterback.
last week. Kyler Murray's not playing.
I can't believe the Jags lost to the Raiders' 4th string players. That's insane. The Jags suck
were also
cock, bro.
in like their 4th string.
Oh, thank you. God.
I mean, Jags first string probably wouldn't have lost as hard.
Remember that logic that we talked about just now?
What is
like
that?
like 5 seconds ago.
I don't remember.
4th string?
I don't remember.
Apply that to Cardinals Bengals.
What does that mean?
Yeah, man, I mean, let me call him the expert. Come on over. I regret to inform you, you're cringe.
Okay.
Okay.
Exquisite. You made me lose my train of thought now. I don't remember what I was going to say.
I do that.
Do.
I do that.
We both do.
Exquisite. Fuck, what was I going to say, dude? Whatever.
Something about the preseason. Something about football.
I imagine it was football related.
Joe
Do you guys play
Shiesty.
fantasy football?
No.
No, I think I might this year.
I am slowly...
With whom?
Myself.
Oh, I
if someone invites me, I'll probably do it.
I manage a league. I manage a baseball league. Oh, minor, major, fantasy. Oh man, $10 if you know what the movie's from.
I don't know.
Why'd you laugh at it then?
It was just a funny line.
It's from Step Brothers.
Same thing.
Not quite.
Same thing. That's pretty epic, Gavin. That's pretty epic. But that's sports. Preseason starting. It's just closer to real football.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited for something. You know.
I'm excited
know.
for
I
the
don't know
Ravens
if
to
I
go
am.
to the Super Bowl and win.
Me too.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Keep thinking that way.
Good luck beating Zach that dog Wilson.
DeAndre Hopkins is out for a while. That's what I was going for.
6 games.
Yeah. Is he still? Didn't they appeal that?
You can't appeal it.
I thought they did. Or they tried. Did they?
Nope.
Who'd
Cannot.
Who'd they appeal?
Is there any consequence towards Marquise Brown?
Officially, like league? No.
Yeah.
Did they? I forget. Why is DeAndre Hopkins out for 6 weeks?
There was trace amounts of performance-enhancing drugs
Yes. Okay, that's what it was.
in his blood test. I don't know, whatever.
So then, who was in trouble for betting on the games they were playing?
That was Calvin
Calvin
Ridley,
Ridley.
from the Atlanta Falcons.
But I thought it also
Banned
happened
for a year.
I thought it also happened this year.
That's the only one I know about. Or I guess
That's
the
who I was
highest
talking.
profile.
I could have sworn someone appealed. I think it was Marquise Brown that I was talking about.
Deshaun Watson?
He was speeding.
Fuck, am I thinking of?
Sean Watson's case was appealed for a
Longer.
more harsh punishment.
No, it wasn't him then. It
Well,
wasn't
because
him
they
then.
looked at like the comparisons of Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, and Deshaun Watson for their acts, and maybe this guy needs longer. It's like, well, why don't you make DeAndre Hopkins?
I think the commissioner said he wants a full year suspension for him.
Damn.
Dude, that guy hasn't played football in like 3
And
years.
he is getting paid
Exactly,
still. This
dude.
man is like,
It's
fuck
so
it.
What's that thing they
disgusting.
did with his contract?
Oh yeah, I thought I mentioned this last week.
We were talking about it. I don't think we recorded it.
Will he
though.
still get a ring if they go?
He's
If
on
they're
the
suspended?
team.
Yeah, will they
Anyway,
still get rings?
So the Browns structured Deshaun Watson's contract in such a way to where this first year, out of his $235.5 million contract, he only gets paid $1 million for this season.
Oh no, only
So
$1 million.
if he's suspended for a whole year, next year he'll still make his money.
He'll only make $1 million.
Yeah.
What a neuter.
Yeah.
Yep. Stop fucking doing that.
Yeah, so that's sports.
It's sports.
Sports.
Oh.
Wow.
Shut up, Brandon.
That is a name I have not heard in a long time. All right, let's get into the movie review.
Movies?
All right, Gavin, what was the movie last week? Or this week?
Blade. I was gonna say
Blade?
last week.
Oh, Blade? I watched Brokeback Mountain again.
Well, what do you think this time?
Good.
Good.
Just kidding.
We watched Blade.
Blade.
1998.
What'd you think of it?
From Brokeback Mountain to Blade.
It was. I like this movie. It was really
I
good.
thought it was pretty badass.
Good 2 hours of mindless fun.
It was
Vampire
great, yeah.
killing.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley
is
Snipes kicking
super
the shit
cool.
out of people. Yep.
You know, it's pretty badass.
And by far, probably one of the best openings to a Marvel movie.
I think so too.
That was hard. That shit went fire.
I think just Wesley Snipes performed incredibly. He brought the character to life. I can see why people, with the new casting of Blade, it's like 50-50. Like, no, Wesley Snipes is Blade, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, dude.
Yeah, but it's like Wesley Snipes is old now.
Exactly.
So we can't have him doing karate moves when he's like, he's not Tom Cruise. But
no, I really enjoyed it. Yes, the thing is, it really shows its age.
oh yeah,
You can watch this movie like, damn, this movie is over 20 years old. But that's not always a bad thing. I mean, yeah, you just look past it. But
I mean, yeah, I could have really.
the movie's entertaining. It's not
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
not groundbreaking, but it's
I could
it's
only
entertaining, mindless fun, like you said.
I could only tell a few times, aside from obviously the CGI they tried to do, that this movie was clearly older. Just because some of the editing reminded me of, like, I call it the Matrix era of movies, where it just has, I don't know how to explain it. It just has a certain twang to it when it comes to the editing. Like, I remember we talked about it when we did Phone Booth, where at the end of the movie it goes to the phone.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah,
oh yeah, you could totally tell this was early 2000s.
That movie is the prime example, the definition of early 2000s
Exactly.
movie.
So it's like something I would refer to as a Matrix era, where it just, that type of editing and stuff like that just reminds me of Matrix. For those who haven't seen that movie, for the love of God, watch that fucking movie. What are you
Matrix?
doing?
I remember just seeing it like for the first time a couple of years ago.
I know. I was like, whoa. Like, this movie's awesome. What the hell? Never saw the sequels because I heard they sucked, but I don't want to ruin it because it was so cool. Anyway, this isn't about Matrix. This is about Blade. And I think Blade
With Blade, it's
cool as hell.
It's Wesley Snipes' movie. You know, he is the show.
Yep.
He dominates. He's badass. It's something you just watch and like, damn, this is cool. You know, it's not something I think you need to break down critically or
No.
kind of analyze everything.
That being said, cinematography wise, I dislike the shaky cam movements.
That's common for this era, just like with the fight scenes. Even with Wesley Snipes being trained in the martial arts he was fighting in, but
Well, it wasn't even so much the fight scenes, but like the subway scene, like within the subway. Oh my god, dude! I was getting sick watching that because it was just up, down,
Yeah.
up, down. I'm like, oh my goodness, God! It's like I'm in the subway myself. Holy shit!
maybe that's what they're trying to go for.
Well, damn,
Think
dude.
about that?
No,
Um,
hate that.
no, but yeah, it was good. Wesley Snipes, good movie, good badass. Which one's the best one? Like Trinity?
I heard Trinity was the better
I
one.
think that's what I heard. There's 4 of them, right?
And then there's a new TV show coming out, so
That's sick.
getting on the Blade hype wagon before it gets that.
Oh yeah,
high, I
it
guess.
makes me excited to see how the MCU does it, and if they go as like dark as.
I want a Blade movie with Wesley Snipes and Chris Tucker.
Shut up.
With as dark as it gets. I mean, dark MCU is. I guess it's dark for MCU terms. Like, for instance, Multiverse of Madness. Did you ever see that movie?
Nope. Well,
I mean,
what about Moon Knight? Wasn't that a little?
Moon Knight was dark because you were legit watching people get stabbed and shit
Yeah.
die on screen.
So-
So I mean,
So
Multiverse of Madness. Well, Multiverse of Madness was marketed. This is going to be like a horror movie almost. This is going to be darkest Marvel movie we've had yet. It was. I mean, I guess maybe don't show little Timmy who's like 5 years old, but anybody else is probably just going to look at this like it's a normal Marvel movie.
Okay.
But as dark as 1998 Blade was, fuck no, they're not going to make it that dark.
Well, we'll see, because I know they're making darker content, like with the Netflix Marvel shows now on Disney Plus. That content is now available, and then with Deadpool 3 being made, we'll see how they feel, and then I'm excited for Blade, see what direction they go in.
I mean, I think they might just go as dark as in like maybe it'll just be brutal. Like again with Moon Knight. Moon Knight was just brutal. I don't think it was that dark per se. So, like I wish they would start going more dark, as in like theme, all that stuff. Because when you look at shit like The Boys and Invincible, that shit is selling. So I'm like, it's time for Marvel to stop being PG kid friendly. And start, let's like, all right, now everybody who's been growing up with the shit is now old, and we kind of don't want to see the Mickey Mouse anymore. So I don't want to be reminded constantly that Disney owns this franchise.
Okay.
I hate that's what I hate about Star Wars. I hate being reminded constantly that Disney is the one that's producing this, and it fucking shows every time. So I think Marvel and Disney. I think Marvel and Star Wars both need to get dark if they want to keep.
I know
fans happy.
Fans have been asking for like a horror Star Wars.
Exactly, and it's like I don't want horror as in like, oh no, it's slightly unnerving, but maybe we got some effects here and there, like Multiverse of Madness was, where they made it quote unquote scary.
And according to this, Blade 2 is the better Blade movie.
It's Blade 2.
Yeah, apparently it follows the same trend of like the X-Men trilogy, where like Trinity is the most popular, but it's the worst one, just like Last Stand.
Which one has Ryan Reynolds in it?
It's Trinity, I think. Yeah. Let
me see. I think that's where he does the famous blocking scene where he's blocking bullets,
with the swords,
and then he does it in Deadpool 2.
Yeah. Hey, so he actually played Wade Wilson in that, did he? Or was he like a different character?
Supposedly there was
unknown.
Supposedly there was fucking Morbius in Blade.
Morbin time.
No, I looked up the cast members, and somebody's...
Ryan Reynolds is Hannibal King.
Hannibal King. I was going to say, I didn't think Wade Wilson was in there. But, Morbius, I guess, was in the first Blade. Somewhere. I missed it. But I looked up the cast because I was trying to think who Deacon was played by and what else he was in. Mm-hmm. And I noticed one of the actors' name, or not actor's name, but like the character's name, was Morbius. And I was like, was there supposed to...
He lives, Jaguar.
What? I don't get it.
She
lives Jaguar. Morbius, Blade 1. Are they doing Ghost Rider in the MCU? I need that to happen.
I don't know. I think Marvel had a pretty rocky start when it came to movies.
I mean, Morbius almost appeared in the original Blade. It was a deleted scene, so the actor probably got the credit for it, but it was an alternate ending type thing.
So what Marvel movies were from like the late 90s and early 2000s? We have
the X-Men movies.
Yeah, the X-Men movies.
Blade, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. That was like mid-2000s, wasn't it?
2002, 2004.
Oh. So let's just do Spider-Man 1 then. So, I mean, I guess Spider-Man 1 was probably the best one when it came to early Marvel movies, because then we have Elektra, and then we have Daredevil.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
I liked the first Fantastic Four movie.
When was that movie?
I think it was 2003.
That was 2003?
It was 2005. Damn, never mind.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say, while I think Blade was better overall, like, if we were going to use, like, who likes, like, if we're doing it vote-wise, but I personally think Punisher was my favorite. I liked Punisher way
Thomas
better.
Jane.
Yes. So, but I think...
That's great. Yeah, these, like, early 2000s comic book movies before they got really comic booky.
I do think DC definitely held that edge over Marvel. Like, we had Michael Keaton's Batman, then we had Christopher Reeve's Superman. Marvel just ate ass for, like, 8 years.
They had Wesley Snipes' Blade.
He had Blade, which, funny enough, fucking Rotten Tomatoes gave it such a horrible score, then the audience score was like an 80%.
Shout out Rotten Gems.
Trend. That's trend.
So I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, what were they looking for in this vampire superhero movie?
That's a lot of talk for Blade. But what would you give it all percentage rating wise?
I'd probably give it a 75. 75% for me.
I'd give it an 80.
80%?
Just because it's cool.
It's fun.
Blade's a cool character.
Yeah.
His character's cool.
His character's cool.
The all the strengths of a vampire and very few of the weaknesses. Pretty badass. He has a sword.
His little fucking sword thing was cool.
So, 80% for me. And next week, a movie that has been, from what I've heard and seen, highly praised. Prey.
Prey?
Prey.
We don't know the wordplay until you say
What was that? What was that?
Prey was a good movie.
Oh, you already watched it?
Yeah, I've already
Damn.
seen it. I mean,
Shoot.
I'm fucking down to watch it again.
Ooh, all right, no, let's do a different one.
I
Let's
will
follow the
watch
rules.
it.
Jacob will watch it.
Oh, frick. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Exclusive event.
All right, there we go.
There we go. I'll watch it again.
Prey. Prey will be,
Interesting take on the series.
yeah.
I liked it. I mean,
Don't review it until we get there.
But from what I've heard,
all right, man, that's the end.
from what I've heard, it's like the best Predator content since the first one.
Okay, I was about to be like, whoa.
Since the
Whoa,
first
whoa.
one, that's what I've heard.
I don't even agree with that, but it was a lot better than
You
Predator 2.
son of a bitch.
It was a lot better than Predator 2, I'll tell you that much. Or the
Um,
fucking Predator movie from like 2017.
I don't know. Alien vs. Predator was pretty bad.
I was going to say that. Alien vs. Predator, in my opinion, edges it out.
I don't know, a lot of movies with verses in it is pretty bad.
Cowboys versus Aliens. Nobody even saw
Yeah.
the movie.
I love
That
that
was
movie.
actually a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
Pretty good.
I haven't seen it, so therefore nobody's seen it. Monsters versus Aliens, bro. Exquisite.
Monsters vs. Aliens.
Seth Rogen carried that movie.
All right. So next week, watch Prey. It is a Hulu original, so watch it on Hulu. Woo! Woo-hoo. All right, let's get into the static.
Welcome to the static.
Wow, 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 wow. That was me going wow, 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 wow. All right, Gavin.
What's up?
You got some, got a coworker story for us, huh?
Oh, yeah. So I had a coworker who got asked out on a date while she was on a date.
While she was
The
on a
customer
date.
called back. Like, he waited on her. And she was at the restaurant with her date. First date, by the way.
Oh, a customer.
Yeah, customer
on a date.
Yeah.
And your coworker asked her out.
No, he got asked out.
Oh, she asked.
She went
oh,
home,
my
called
God.
him back, and said, "Yeah, this guy's making me uncomfortable." So, and I was at first I would not have fucking believed that unless I was standing right next to him as it happened.
They were strangers, though.
Yes, they were strangers. They had no idea.
Did she call the restaurant and
Yes.
ask for him?
She called the restaurant and asked for him and gave her her
my
number.
God.
Gave him her number.
What a Chad.
And he's like chatting her up the whole time, and I'm just like laughing because I'm like, "Yo, shut the fuck up!" Like, he was like, "Yo, I mean, I don't know. That guy was kind of big. He had a beard and everything."
He was on the
like,
phone saying that?
Yeah, he's like, "He might come up and beat me up. I don't know if there's something we should be doing." And I'm just like, "This mother," I'm like, "Shut the
Just
fuck up!"
eating it up.
Yeah,
Chad.
this dude. And then so he writes down a number. He's like, "Yeah, man," or "Yeah, man." Like, "Yeah, I'll give you a text when I get off. I'll get you a text when I get off." Yeah. Like, all right, I look forward to it. See you later. Hangs up, and he looks at, and like while he's doing that too, he has his like tongue out. He's like doing that, and I'm just like, God, this dude can't fucking believe this. And I'm like, how bad did you have to fuck up that date for her to call the waiter when she got home? And he was like, yeah, dude, that poor guy is probably like, that went really well. I can't wait to see her again.
Did he get a good tip?
I have no fucking clue. I never saw this person, but apparently he did, I guess.
Wow,
She's like, yeah, this
he got paid to go to get asked out.
he made me uncomfortable, but you were more my type. I was like, holy shit, dude. Again, that's why I was asking. How do you fuck that date up that bad? That she calls the server.
Ouch.
Yep.
That's rough, buddy. Look at that. We should get that guy on for worst first date. See how that went. Get his point of view. Get his side
He
of
might
the
not
story.
even know. Poor guy. He's like, yeah, it just didn't work out. If he's secure.
Yeah, we just had different ideologies, you know. Just didn't
Like
work out. We didn't have
servers.
that,
Didn't work out.
zing.
We had a different taste in servers.
That coworker better cook at home for her every day. Not going out anywhere. I'm not talking to any waiters.
Not talking to anyone. That's what he was saying. He's like, dude, what if this is like a cycle? And I take her out somewhere and she calls on that server. And it's just a never-ending cycle.
Just gets this high from it.
He's just like, dude, what if the guy that she was with was like the server from fucking Red Robin or some shit? It's just a never-ending cycle.
What's your type? Restaurant
Servers.
servers.
Restaurant servers. But yeah, I thought that was quite the funny highlight.
That's so weird. That
Felt bad for the dude that had her out, 'cause paid for that because the restaurant that I work at is pretty damn expensive.
yeah.
So I
Aware
mean,
of it.
So for you to take her out, free food, and she calls another dude the same day, probably the same hour, fuck.
That's rough, buddy.
That sucks.
Poor guy. Never even saw it coming.
Any other coworker stories you got?
Other than that, it's been pretty silent, I guess.
Silent,
Pretty quiet.
Pretty dormant. I have a family business, so my coworkers are my siblings.
Yeah?
Yep.
How's that going?
It's going.
It's going?
It's going. Pretty soon we'll all be separated because we're too strong together.
Ape together, strong. You'll be separated because you're too strong together?
Yeah.
The hell does that mean?
It's exactly what I said.
So you're separate? Huh?
Think of it like this, Gavin.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, gotcha. So nothing in there.
Three of the elite
Three of
together are unstoppable. You have to keep them separated, or else it becomes self-sustaining.
That's fucking what?
What are we, an advanced AI or?
Only his bike. It'll soon stabilize. Nah, but yeah, I've only worked for my family's business. I'm the only sibling that can say that.
That's true. Yeah,
Where else did
it's rough.
Where did James work at?
He worked at Amazon. That was his first job.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Okay.
Making money too.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, but he probably fucking hated that. I hear Amazon's got a very low quality of life.
He's working 12-hour night shifts.
That would suck.
Yep. But you only have to work like 4 days a week.
And then he worked in like a retail at the mall.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I forget that I worked at the airport sometimes too.
Oh yeah, you did.
That was actually fun though. If it wasn't horrible hours, it'd be fun. Because I literally did nothing. Like I'd just sit out on the tarmac, wait for like a plane to come in. There would be like 3 planes in the span of like 6 hours, and then that's in the middle of it. I'd just be sitting, chilling on my phone.
That sounds like a fun time.
It was, and I got to drive the little cars, like in Toy Story 2 that pulled the luggage. Drive the little tug.
Toy Story 2. That's your reference.
Did you ever hear about the story of the dude that hijacked a plane? It worked at the airport and then crashed it into an island.
Yeah, no, they set me free. Oh wait, what?
Huh? No, it was like a suicide thing, and he was like talking to like air traffic control or whatever.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
was
I
just
played video games.
I just want to chill. I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm just gonna let it
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
I was just like, holy shit!
damn.
That's crazy.
You really just drove it off the lot without anybody
What a way to go out.
knowing.
Honestly, you could though.
That sucks. We do not recommend doing that.
I do not condone stealing
do
a
not condone.
747.
Grand Theft Auto. Is that Auto? Aerial? Grand Theft Aerial?
Yeah, you just got to click triangle at the bottom of the
That's true.
little landing gear.
And then you just get in
Then
it.
you're in, and you hold L2, and you're free.
You no longer have access to this person's personal vehicle.
Do you guys know the story of DB Cooper?
Huh?
DB Cooper.
Nope. Oh! The dude that
sounds
like stole a
familiar.
shit ton of money and then
Yeah.
jumped out of a plane and they couldn't find him.
Exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he was hiding in the.
Did they ever find out? Where
No,
he
they
went?
never found out who he is.
'Cause
it's
wasn't
still a mystery.
Didn't they find out recently? Or not within recently, I mean, like within the past 2 decades. Like, didn't they find bills washed up that were the ones that?
Oh yeah, that was in the
know?
90s.
Yeah.
My God,
Yeah.
I think I watched a YouTube video about this.
There was this
I would
YouTube
say-
video. I watched a Netflix documentary on it.
I was going to say
a
I
couple
have
weeks ago.
I have this guy on YouTube that I watched.
chat.
He made one.
Well,
Expo.
essentially, it's this guy that boarded a plane in the 70s. He was wearing a black suit, white shirt, black tie, slicked back black hair, and then black sunglasses. He was quiet the entire time on the plane, and then at one point he calls over the flight attendant and tells her like, or hands her a paper.
Yeah.
She reads it, and it's like, I have a bomb. Here are my demands. Like, I want this money. Plane lands in Seattle. Everyone exits the plane. The money's put on board. The plane takes off with the crew and just this guy. So all the people are gone. At one point, he tells the only flight attendant there to go into the cockpit. She goes in the cockpit, and then he jumps out of the plane.
Yep.
Um,
And they have
and then
no
and
idea
he was
when he
never
did it.
found. I think it was
Yeah.
$200,000 in the 70s, which I don't know what
bit.
it would be today, but
Shit ton.
I'll find out.
Yeah.
Even today, that's a shit ton.
I know. But what the funny thing about it too is he signed in, like bought the ticket under the name Dan Cooper, and when investigators were talking about it,
Roughly 1.5 million today.
it's a lot of money.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
how much Deshaun Watson's getting paid this year. But a reporter overheard investigators talking about it and like heard Dan Cooper, but interpreted it as DB Cooper. And DB Cooper sounds much cooler than a guy named Dan Cooper.
True.
Shout out Dan Cooper.
I don't even know if that's his name.
No, yeah, it was all a fake name, but in this Netflix documentary, there were so many suspects and like dozens of them to choose from. And it's crazy. The guy was never found.
The guy.
And in the Loki show, in MCU canon, Loki was DB Cooper.
What a trickster.
What
a rascal.
Takes the money, jumps out of
There
the
he
plane.
goes tricking again.
Takes the money, when he jumps out of the plane, Asgard kind of, Heimdall gets him.
Oh.
So out of the air.
That's funny.
So that was the MCU's DB Cooper. And then there's even a line in Breaking Bad where Walter has like the sunglasses and I don't think he has the hat at the time, but Saul Goodman's like, oh, should I call the FBI and tell him I found DB Cooper?
That's funny.
So
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel I watch. He made like a fucking 40-minute long
I
video.
think
on
I watched that one. I think
Is
I
it
know
the
what
like
you're talking about.
Lemino or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, he also has
sounds
one on
familiar.
Jack the Ripper that I watched, and
yeah,
I didn't know there was so much details we had about Jack the Ripper.
there's a lot of details
Like
about Jack
holy
the Ripper.
shit!
Yeah,
Have you seen his final kill?
No.
it's in the
They
like
have-
a hotel room, right?
Yeah, they have a photograph, but it's obviously horrible
Yeah.
quality. But like, I was looking at a higher quality like render of that video or that picture. Holy shit, dude! You could pull up on Google Images right now if you wanted to. It looks so.
We'll put it on screen
horrifying.
right now on YouTube.
Nope.
No, we won't.
But like
No, we won't.
in the video, when he gets to that point where he's got to that kill, witness testimony, he goes, "Dude, pretty much, to summarize, the guy was like, dude, this was the scariest fucking moment of my entire life. Like looking into the window and then seeing that, and then looking at the picture. Even nowadays, with how desensitized everybody is to like all sorts of stuff, even that would probably still like scare the shit out of somebody.
I think anything, no matter how minor, as long as it's a real life experience, is pretty scary. Like, yeah, we're desensitized to seeing stuff on screens, but when you see something in real life, that kind of changes things.
I
Really?
think like any kind of like media, at least like mainstream stuff, like whatever violence they depict, doesn't really come close to like seeing something real.
No, yeah,
like
I
that.
know, yeah,
Like even on a screen,
yeah. I can't yes, I see that, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's
you see like
pretty
those like,
awful. But if I saw that in person, in real life,
10 times
Yeah,
worse.
exactly.
At least you see like those live leak videos, and you're like, oh, my stomach turns. But if you see that in real life, that's completely different
and
too.
with like the scary stories I watch, the first guy, Mr. Nightmare, it's just pictures with like narration.
Yeah.
But when he releases those videos that have real footage, that's everybody's gangster until he releases those videos.
I stopped I hate Mr. Nightmare because when I first started watching him, I was like a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And, I'd watch his videos at like 2 a.m, like a dumbass.
I can't
This is
watch
the best
it.
time.
And I don't know if he had always done this, but this motherfucker plays music and sound during his
Yeah,
videos.
yeah, he always does.
But I didn't know that. So I'm listening with headphones, and like he plays like this scary sound that's supposed to
Yeah.
like replicate what
Like
it
a
was.
jump
Yeah.
scare, or
Yeah,
Like a
like-
door closing or like
Yeah, and
wood
I'm just like,
creaking. Yeah.
Oh
suddenly-
my god.
there was a knock at the door.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Especially, have you ever had those that like illusion where like you have the headphones on and it plays a knock and it sounds right the hell
I
next
hate
to you?
that, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
I think I might
only
die.
watch Mr. Ballin's videos, who's another guy, at work. During day, when it's safe.
No,
Can't
no
watch
crime
it at
happens
home,
work.
can't watch it at night. I've been going through like all his videos. I'm like, okay, I haven't seen this one next. And he has really good sound effects and makes you feel really immersed in
Why
it.
would you do that?
But he tells a story like it's
fun.
Tells a story in he's such a good storyteller. I think he'd be a great DM.
Like I used to watch that stuff when I would work out because I'd be in my garage at like 4 a.m. doing a bike
Jeez.
on my bike, and I used to watch it. But there's a fucking mirror that leans up against the wall, so it's like ever since that, I swear to God, I saw something while watching that video.
Of course he did.
So I don't watch any scary stuff anymore. There's like a window next to me too, and sometimes the curtain peeks out just barely, so that way you could see the actual window. I'm like, yeah,
I
I'm
don't do that to myself.
I'll get fucking yoinked out of this room or some shit if I continue. This is what starts it, and then I just get plucked out of the room. Never seen from again.
Well, yeah, that's that. Scary. Yeah, I just find those. I'm not a like a horror movie fan at all.
I don't understand why.
Stay away from.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, you would love the
just no
fucking like.
interest.
You would
Not
love
interested.
Exorcist.
No, I would not.
The Last Exorcist.
Oh my gosh.
Insidious.
But for some reason, I like hearing
Conjuring.
those stories, like Mr. Nightmare and Mr. Ballin.
Those-
No relation.
Oh,
Have you seen The Conjuring?
Mr. Nightmare? At
Nope.
least is like slasher, real life. It's like grounded.
Yeah. So
stories.
is Mr. Ballin. Like
Yeah.
Mr. Ballin's is real life stories. Whether they're true, that's up to you. But they're people's real life stories.
supernatural stuff. I'm good. Good on that.
But yeah, speaking of supernatural,
I mean, unexplained things are different than like demons and stuff.
that
True.
can-
Like, oh, I heard a knock and I don't know what it is, but it was just like my sister staying up too late past her bedtime.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, are you talking about the?
about Mia.
Yeah, was
my
that the-
sister. Actually, that's
Yeah.
my story.
What did you
Or
think
that
it was?
mirror falling?
Yeah, something like that.
What did you think it was? Let's rewind it for all of our new listeners. What was that?
Well, so one night, Jacob and my mother woke up middle of the night to a loud, like,
Crash. It
Crash.
sounded like.
almost like a door slamming, just crash, loud noise. The funny thing is, Mia, our younger sister, was also awakened by this noise. And they couldn't figure out what it was, so they just went back to bed. But when Jacob told me about it, I was like, oh, it was probably Mia because she is dead asleep. She's knocked out when she's asleep. She's a heavy sleeper. Nothing can wake her up. There's no way that crash like woke her up and not anyone else except you and Mom. It had to be Mia. And then a few weeks later, we found out it was a mirror in the shower that my dad uses to shave his face that just fell and made that loud
Shattered.
noise.
Yeah, my dad was just like, "Oh yeah, no, that was my mirror." I'm like, frick, we were
And it-
talking
and
about
he-
this for like 2
Yeah.
days straight.
He told Jacob after he listened to that episode we were talking about that loud noise.
The mystery finally
Yeah.
explained.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. Just like when I heard the wet Crocs, that story too. Where I was
It was
home
just
alone.
SpongeBob mopping the ceiling.
Well, it's so stupid because I'm watching a scary story on YouTube, Home Alone, and I hear that and I'm like, oh gosh, oh my gosh, someone's here to kill me when I'm watching a scary story. What are the odds?
That's only ever when it happens.
Yeah,
That's why
I
you
know.
can't watch that stuff at night because that's when the home break-in happens when you're watching a scary show.
Exactly.
Yep.
This guy gets it.
And a slasher will only come when you're at a house party and you're underage.
Yep. True that.
Or in the woods. Funny enough, funny story. When I was like 12, I forgot that bears existed in the woods until somebody told me, and then all of a sudden I got super scared and didn't want to go to the forest. Like we were going to my cabin, and I'm like, they're like, what if we see a bear? And I was like, what do you mean? Bears live in the forest. They've been seen in the area we stay at, and I just shit myself. I was like, we can't go. We got to turn around. We're like 3 hours into the drive. Like, we can't go. We got to turn around. There's bears and Slenderman. Truly believed in Slenderman for a little bit there.
Ugh. I got chills.
So I was like, nope, can't go. Well, Mom said no.
I'm glad you got over your fears of nature and the wild because now we have to get into Gavan versus Wild.
Let's go.
Last week, Gavin went against a SUV-sized chicken, and all Gavin had was some ninja throwing stars. And by the way, did you guys like the picture I drew?
It was pretty sick.
Yeah, I was cheeked up.
That's what everyone was saying. Like, why'd you draw him like that?
I am looking respectfully.
I am, in fact, drooling.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go to our Instagram at OEF White Noise. Gavin, you won. You ran away with this one. 75 to 25.
Surprising.
It was good. Yeah,
Chicken
there's
didn't get enough credit.
chicken didn't get enough credit. But yeah, so let's see if we can spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
This week we have for you we're going to go smaller than the original animal. A toddler-sized adult orangutan.
Fully grown. Fully
grown.
realized.
That's just shrunken
To a toddler size.
to like a size of a 4-year-old, 3-year-old.
3 feet tall.
Yeah.
about
Okay.
roughly.
And you have
Uh-oh.
a whip.
I have a whip?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ditch the whip because that's going to do nothing. And I'll just have to do it fist fight because, yeah, the whip's not going to do shit.
All right, you want no whip?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take the whip away. So it's you versus a shrunken chimpanzee. Not chimpanzee, orangutan, my bad.
I think I could take that. Yeah,
Think
all I have
you
to do
can?
is just grab its neck.
I don't know. Orangutans
It's
are
toddler
pretty strong,
sized. It's toddler sized, right?
which means its strength is even stronger.
Well, I mean,
more
toddler sized,
dense.
toddler length arms, right?
No, it's just shrunken. Proportion is still the same.
Okay. Okay, so I was gonna be like, is it like 3 feet tall but still has like 10 feet long arms?
It's not a human reskin. I mean, it's a monkey still.
An orangutan is about 7 times stronger than a human.
Correct. So arm wrestling, I'd be fucked.
So you don't want the whip.
What is the whip gonna do?
I don't know if I can strangle it. Use your imagination. Use your imagination.
You don't
I would
get
have
the
a-
whip.
I would have a-
You don't get the whip.
I would have a better chance strangling with my own hands. The whip would never really be a good weapon.
Wow. Here's a fact about orangutans, and this is literally the whole sentence. Males are majestic.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's a male orangutan. I think you're fucked.
I honestly feel like I could just kick it. Like, legit, going back to the toddler question that you asked before, I would, all right, if we're going to attach that question to here, I'm making the 50.
I don't know.
Like, I will literally just put fucking I'll put heel to face.
What
Move it
about-
over.
what
Can
about
you
eight-year-old-sized
readdress?
toddler?
Can you readdress that question for the audience?
Oh yeah, I was like, Gavin, would you punt a toddler, like someone in your family, for $5,000?
You asked if I would kick. You didn't say punt. Punt
It's
is a
the
much
same
more
thing.
violent word.
Okay.
You said would I kick. I thought like kick was like, okay, just
And
like
then
a
you
shoot,
said
get away
how
from me kick.
hard, and I said as hard as you can. So punt.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, me kicking as hard as I can to like a 3-year-old kid would
Okay,
probably kill it.
you're kicking. You got a running start from the 20-yard line. You're kicking to the other team.
That is like above like more than my. That's not even just a charge. That's a. Yes, I would kill the shit out of that kid.
Damn, you'd murder your family member.
I wouldn't do it willingly, but for $5,000, no. I'm just
5,000 murder someone for $5,000.
no, but I mean, I'd probably do that same strategy against this orangutan. Because I mean, you said proportionate. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Still 7 times stronger.
I'd have to. Can I wear a cup? Can I switch the whip out for a cup?
Nope.
Because it's
Negative.
It's gonna do some damage to the balls. If
What are
it
you
goes
gonna
for it.
drink? Oh, that kind of cup.
Yeah, just to wear it, armor protection. Other than that, I can't really see it being able to do anything.
What about 10-year-old sized monkey?
10-year-old? Isn't that pretty much the height of one anyway? Aren't they usually pretty short?
An orangutan?
Yeah, aren't they usually short?
Huge.
Things are huge. They're Maurice from Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I'm thinking of that one. Okay, I was thinking of a fucking. What was I thinking of?
His name's Maurice.
Yeah, it's funny. He was a cool one too. He's my favorite one.
It's a G.
Yeah, no, I
He
still
was-
think I could.
He was like the wise man of the group.
This is one of the only few times where I say I could probably square up with the fucking monkey at that point.
A regular sized orangutan.
No,
okay.
toddler-sized orangutan. What? No, regular-sized orangutan. I would need a gun.
Oh my
That thing would fuck you up.
We'll give you a bazooka.
I don't even know if a Bowie knife would do anything because it would just kill you before you could even reach it. You know how
It
long
has
those
long
fucking arms are?
Yeah, it would do one of those
I've
things.
played
where they
Donkey
put
Kong
their,
64.
Yeah,
Yes,
their
I
hand
know.
out. All right,
stop
so
me before you even get to it.
Just you raw dogging a toddler sized orangutan.
Very poor choice of words. Yeah, no, that's because the whip would only get in the way. I'd have to have reach for the whip to work, and strangling it would require me to get close to the fucking thing.
As someone who owns 2 whips, I think a whip would be very nice.
In a fight to the death?
I am an Indiana Jones enthusiast.
Oh, okay.
It's like, what kind of whips you got there, Ethan?
How many ball gags do you have?
Yeah, no, this would honestly just be good. There wouldn't even be like a strategy. It would just be, I get boxing training.
You get boxing training?
I really can't see. Yeah, I mean, it's too small to really reach anything.
We will let the people decide.
Monkey.
Gavin versus a toddler sized orangutan. Good luck.
Yeah, just pummel.
I like your confidence though, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if it was anything bigger, then yeah, I'd be like, shit.
All right, what about a U sized orangutan?
No. Are you fucking kidding me? So, me versus me that is stronger and faster
And longer arms.
and longer arms. Who wins that fight, Ethan? Who do you think?
Well, you know yourself, so I think
Smart.
you can take it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, everything's probably smarter here, right?
All right, what about you versus Caesar?
No, Caesar's a fucking chimp.
Okay, you versus James Franco. Just
Straight up.
straight up James Franco right now.
I could probably beat James Franco. James Franco's pretty small.
Yeah.
Let's set it up.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's a couple controversy behind. Hey, I don't think you can get a hold of him right now.
Hey, you'll be the hero then. All right. So Gavan versus Wild this week is Gavan versus a toddler-sized orangutan. Be sure to vote on our Instagram at OEF White Noise on the story poll or in the post on our page. So that's Gavan versus Wild. And Gavin, I have faith in you. I just might vote for you.
Thank you.
Just might. I'll see how my graphic looks and see which way I lean.
If only I had people that would also vote for me that aren't voting for me.
Yeah. Joe, both of them.
And other Joe. Whichever one I'm referring to, I'll let you figure that out.
Your own blood. It's crazy. All right. DaJakey, we got a factuality today?
We do indeed, and here's one coming to you all the way from Jupiter.
Jupiter. Hear that, Gavin? Jupiter.
Woo! Fun space fact for you. Did you know? Well, first off, what would you think the most volcanically active body of land is in the galaxy? Or our solar system, I should say.
I don't understand the question.
What has the most volcanoes?
Oh.
In the solar system? Oh, Earth, right?
Pluto.
No.
Is it Jupiter?
Jupiter's moon, Io, it's the most volcanically active body in our solar system.
Wow.
Which, another fun fact to add on to that, it's not the traditional molten lava fiery volcano. They erupt cold, liquid, or frozen gases of water, ammonia, or methane, which methane gas is pretty much a giant cold fart in space.
Wow.
Fart.
So Jupiter's moon is farting.
Jupiter's moon do be farting. That shit
Be farting.
That moon be shitting.
Please fart in a jar, Io.
Whoa. We'll send Discovery 3.
Please.
What are the name of the fucking rovers that are in deep space? Discovery?
Sure.
That is one of them.
Curiosity?
Curiosity.
Curiosity, is that what it is?
Think so.
Sure.
Can we get a fact check, please?
Oh my gosh.
Explorer.
Current.
Explorer?
You want me to look current space rovers?
Yeah.
What was the one that was like retired or something?
No,
That
this
was Curiosity.
Yeah.
Over the years, NASA has sent 5 robotic vehicles called rovers to Mars. The
No,
name
not-
of the 5 rovers are Sojourner, Weaver,
Not a rover.
Spirit and Opportunity,
Not a rover.
Curiosity, and
Not a rover.
Perseverance.
That's what I'm not director.
Well, you said rover, so
Okay. That is the facts.
over.
I'm DaJakey, and that's the facts.
Woohoo! Beep beep. Cool. What? Oh yeah. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, which is One Eyed Fits, and follow us on
Voyager.
Instagram. Cool.
There we go.
Um,
Voyager 3 will be there with the jar.
and
We got to build it.
follow our Instagram at OEF White Noise and OEF Studios. You got something to say, Gavin?
Nothing. Keep going.
All right, that's cool. Do you have a song of the week, or I'm gonna pick it? I'm gonna pick it.
It's my turn.
I'm gonna pick it.
No.
Well, we can pick 2.
What?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And Gavin's going to tell you the song of the week here.
Oh, okay, cool. I have Tek It, Tek It, by Cafune. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Cafune with a fucking asterisk.
Is it now?
Yep, I think so.
Be sure to comment on our YouTube for a chance of it to be read. Last week's comment is from good friend and previous guest Cameron, saying Gavin is Anakin's worst nightmare with that sand attack. Referring to Gavin throwing sand in all his friends' faces.
Not all of them.
I was so close to just titling that episode last week, The Sandman. Gavin the Sandman.
What a menace.
But it was like, man, that was 5 seconds of us talking, so let's just call it something else, I guess. But yeah, leave a comment for a chance of it being read, and subscribe, and be sure to listen to the song of the week, which is what, Gavin?
I just said it.
Say it again for the audience.
Okay, Tek It by Cafune.
Okay, gosh. And with that
Hostile.
being said, Jacob, you got anything to say?
I have to pee.
That's good. Let's go.